Race number 5 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 9 minutes past 3. It's the Amelia Park Wines Handicap over 1,400 metres. The replay horse going to look at the last start win of Prize Catch at Ascot.
Key beats Flying Raw, Miners looks Ragazzo, Doro, Prize Catch, Sweet Aura winding up inside of those. Nelson's Flight in front, Prize Catch down the outside. Nelson's Flight with 100 left to go. Down the outside, Prize Catch, post coming, Prize Catch, Nelson's Flight, Prize Catch.
Prize Catch caught Nelson's Flight in the shadows of the post 4 weeks ago. Gets Taylor Stone here, and her claim negates the 2 kilos that he's risen in the official handicap ratings. He reels off really good late sectionals, and there looks to be sufficient pace in the race here with the likes of Harry Thomas, Warjearn, Greco and Baraki Beats all in the race. It should suit the swoopers, so I'm going with number 3. Number 1, TAXAGANO, is going for his hat-trick and sticks at 1,400 metres after winning a graduation race and then in 72 plus grade last month. He's a winner that knows where the line is, and when you back horses, that's always a positive. Number 7, Missile Launch. Patrick Carberry is 4 from 4 aboard him, and the duo are trying to make it 5 wins on the spin after just 1 minor placing from the Gallopers' first 4 career starts. This is his hardest assignment so far. And then number 8, One Short. He drops 4 kilos from his 1.5 length loss to Greco 3 weeks ago. That makes him the pick of the weights out of that particular race. My top selection in race number 5, going with number 3, Prize Catch, to beat 1, TAXAGANO, 7, Missile Launch and 8, One Short. Race number 6 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 3:45. It's the Kieran Magumi WA Oaks. It's at Group 3 level for the 3-year-old fillies. The replay horse, it has to be FRIAR Fox, winning the Natasha Stakes a couple of weeks ago.
FRIAR Fox, they beat off Showcase like a butterfly, 200 from home, but FRIAR Fox quickly joins her, went straight past her. FRIAR Fox, she's bounded clear. FRIAR Fox dashes away, she's home and hose now in the Natasha, comes away from Like a Butterfly, modern use, but it's all FRIAR Fox, a moral beat.
FRIAR Fox was a tragedy beaten in the Ascot 1,000 guineas, but she made amends for that in the Natasha Stakes. She won it by almost 3 lengths, and it's very, very hard to make a case for any of the horses behind her that day turning the tables in her and the WA Oaks, especially as she meets most of them better at the weights. For the main danger, I'm going away from the Natasha Stakes and going with number 4, American Joy. She's a daughter of Melbourne Cup winner and Mary Kane. She comes out of different form lines, and she was staying on really strongly behind Prue on Good Friday. Number 11, Modern News, was second in the Natasha Stakes. She represents the bloodlines of Blackfriars and also a stout dam, so she should certainly get 2,400 metres. She should certainly be in the finish. And number 1, Private Dancer, she's certainly bred to be more of a sprinter than a stayer, but if they don't go particularly hard, she's got that really high-class finish, and therefore I can't completely rule her out. She's certainly got a puncher's chance. My on top selection in the Oaks, I'm going to go with number 2, FRIAR Fox, to beat number 4, American Joy, 11, Modern News and 1, Private Dancer. Race number 7 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 4:25. It is the feature race of the day, the Amelia Park Karrakatta Plate over 1,200 metres. At Group 2 level, it's WA's top 2-year-old race. The replay horse, we're going to look at Acetro, finishing second in the Gimcrack Stakes.
Agent Pippa with a handy lead, 200 from home in the Gimcrack. She'd raced about 2.5 to first strike. Down the outside, Acetro's coming with a big run late, but Agent Pippa has got a big break on them. Down the outside, Acetro, the leader's stopping, the post is coming, and she'll cling on and win it.
There's always winners and losers at a barrier draw, and I think that one of the winners at Tuesday's event was Acetro. She's drawn barrier 11 here. She's got speed inside and also speed out wide. I think this is going to set up really, really well for Adam Duran's Galloper. She could easily be unbeaten. She's been unlucky in a couple of the races she'd lost. She's certainly, for mine, the pick of the horses coming out of the Gimcrack Stakes, getting over to 1,200 metres. I think she is the one to beat. Number 1, Valor Road, he's bidding to become the 3rd horse to win both the Magic Millions and the Karrakatta Plate. He's yet to taste defeat, and it's really hard to knock an unbeaten galloper, and he was a horse that did quite well at the barrier draw as well. A horse that didn't was number 11, Lady Cosmology. She won the Supremacy stakes really, really impressively, but the barrier draw, she's 15 of 16 here. They're going to have to kick up from the outside. She could get posted. She could well be the best horse in the race, and if she'd drawn inside, she'd be a lot shorter than what she is, but I think she'll drift on the day. And then number 12, Princess Piero, probably the best maiden in the race, and like a Cetro, this race sets up really well for her. Barrier 1 is a little bit of a concern, but talking to connections, they are going to push forward here. They might not be too far away from the speed. On top selection in the Caracara Plate, it's wide open. We're going to go with number 9, Cetro, to beat number 1, Valor Road, 11, Lady Cosmology, and 12, Princess Piero. Race number 8 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 5 p.m. It's the Amelia Parkland Handicap over 1,800 metres. The replay horse going to look at Middle Earth, winning on Easter Saturday.
A dark prospect gets an inside run. My Grace a length away someday, one day, trying to thread its way through. Fast as the wind, and here comes Middle Earth right down the outside with 100 left to go. Discoville's in front, joining it Middle Earth though. Middle Earth on the outside, grabs in the shadows, it's Middle Earth.
Middle Earth has drawn yet another unfavourable gate, but he's gone to another level this preparation, winning 1 trial and 2 races, and only tasting defeat when Keeper Sun just kept on running in a high rating contest last month. He goes on top here. Number 6, Elegant Blast, will start from even wider than Middle Earth on Saturday, but she's building towards her 4th victory, and she gets blinkers for the first time, expecting a little bit of improvement there. Number 2, Ragazzo Doro, beat Elegant Blast 3 weeks ago, but he reopposes her 1.5 kilos worse for what was a pretty tiny margin that was diminishing with every stride towards the post. And then number 9, Warrior of Justice, gets in only half a kilo above the minimum, and he was 4th in a listed race over 1,800 metres at Flemington back in November 2016. My top selection in race number 8, going with number 3, Middle Earth, to beat 6, Elegant Blast, 2, Ragazzo Doro, and number 9, Warrior of Justice. Race number 9 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 5:30. It's the Ascend Sales Trophies Handicap over 1,200 metres. The replay horse going to look at the impressive victory of Necklet on Easter Saturday.
They're in the straight though, and the pint-sized galloper We Sent led them at the 200, but Necklet breathing down her neck, and Necklet goes up, quickly put paid to We Sent. Ms. Lecky tracking her home along the inside, gets around their heels and sets after the stablemate. Rock on Tommy charging down the outside, but Necklet is in front, and Necklet wins first up.
Necklet had turned heads at the Belmont Trials before doing likewise at Ascot Racecourse first up, beating Fred Kersley stablemate and subsequent Raconteur Stakes winner Ms. Lecky under former champion jockey Paul Harvey. Expect an improvement here, and I think Necklet is one of the better bets of the day. Number 9, Mylena, ran almost the same time as Necklet 24 hours prior to that on Good Friday, but she did it very, very differently, and she doesn't map anywhere near as well as her younger opponent on Saturday. Worthy of respect, but I've got Necklet on top. Number 7, Get the Vibe, showed signs of being in season after finishing almost 4 lengths behind Necklet on Easter Saturday. You can forgive that run. The rest of her form is a little bit better than that. And then number 5, Hoboken, pulled hard and ended up out wide on its last start, but he has been running really well in recent months, and he did win over 1,200 metres back in February. My top selection in the last race, going with number 10, Necklet, to beat 9, Mylena, 7, Get the Vibe, and 5, Hoboken. It's now time to nominate my best bets on Saturday's card at Ascot. Going to go late in the day. Friar Fox to win the WA Oaks race number 6, and then the final race, Necklet, for Fred Kersley and Paul Harvey. It's easy to stay up to date with everything that's happening at Perth Racing. You can log onto our website, or you can follow us on one of our social media channels. Until next time, bye for now.